YOLO.
Michael McFarland. Welcome to
Yeah,
Talking Jits, bro.
yeah. Thank you for having me, dude.
We're
Hey.
doing we're doing the first episode again.
Let's do it. Heck yeah.
For those who don't, for the listeners at home, this is actually going to be our second recording, different topics, but the first one we had testicle difficulties.
Feed me.
Excuse me. For the listeners at home, Mike McFarland is a great stand-up dude, ex-NFL player, one of the
Thank you.
best athletes that I know, one of the most mentally tough people that I know. This
Hey.
dude has been through a lot, and he truly changes every person he's around. So I figured, wow, what better person to start this project of mine? Talking Jits, the podcast that's mostly based on mentality and how people think and get through struggles and goals and motivational type stuff. I figured Mike McFarland is the best dude to get on here. So everyone at home, round of applause or get yourself ready. Get yourself ready for this one because I couldn't think of any better way to kick this off. And thanks for doing this, Mike. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you having me, man. This is a pleasure of mine, man. It's honestly an honor, man. I appreciate you having me, man. Yeah. You're one of the very few people that mean a great deal to me, man. So I appreciate, like, on and off the mat, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you having me on Talking Jits for real. Yeah.
That means a lot, dude. And I want to kick this off. I figured this was a really good time to start this because you've got a tournament coming up.
Right.
So you and everyone at the gym, everyone's training. It's starting to feel like supremacy again, man. And everyone is training hard, kicking it up, getting in condition for the tournament. And I figured you're used to competing, and
Right.
you've competed before. You competed right in front of me, and I was very happy that I at least got a few minutes to yell at you on the mat and be the dude trying to give you direction,
Boy, was I tired. Let me just
say. Yeah. Full disclaimer. Mike somehow, with his heavy weight class and being a white belt, which is one of the most popular belts at jiu-jitsu tournaments, this dude somehow managed to go from one match the night before to showing up to the tournament and having damn near 10 back to back to back to back. And you said I want all the smoke, and you really did, bro. And that's a lot because not everybody competes,
right.
and not everybody competes with confidence or takes it. And I just wanted to ask you, especially with the tournament coming up, man, what is your mindset going into these things?
So honestly, that's a great question, and because I'm a blue belt, a fresh blue belt, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I haven't had the time and the experience like over the years that other high level, you know what I'm saying, upper belts have had in terms of like, you know what I'm saying, like preparing for the tournaments and stuff,
Of course.
So like me being me, like you were saying, like I played football for, you know what I'm saying, the majority of my life. So like I sort of like how like wrestling goes like hand in hand with like BJJ and judo and, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff.
Yeah, so grappling.
Right. So I mean, granted, like football, and even football to like an extent, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like form tackling, you know what I'm saying, like takedowns and things like that, you know what I'm saying?
Explosiveness, maybe?
Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when we as athletes take a step back and look at it, like cardio, you know what I'm saying? Hell, we all got to accomplish cardio the same way. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like we all got to like run, We all gotta do calisthenics. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta do core. You know, so in terms of like that sort of preparing, you know what I'm saying? I try to like take like I don't know if you like see me, but even in like in class sometimes I kind of like catch myself uh like catch myself like being too not aggressive but maybe too competitive because I'm always thinking of like football, man. You know what I'm
And
saying?
yeah, one thing I've noticed about you is it can be an emotional sport, and you're an emotional dude. And I
Yeah.
was wondering if, speaking of that, does that have anything to play? Do you
So
think that affects your game, or do you think that helps you? Do you think it works against you?
so
How do you handle that?
that's a great question, man. I honestly like, and this is me just individually. I honestly think it helps me, bro, because I'm so like I love constructive criticism. Like I honestly believe that's how I like stayed in the NFL for so long. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
yes, fuck yeah, you do.
Like, in like I fucking love it. I mean like bro, you like professor. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I pull all sloppy or I get a takedown and don't pass immediately. He curses me out. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like, oh, you trash your motherfucking trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn it, Mike. Like,
Right,
don't wait, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? Like, move, 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 move. You know what I'm saying? And it's not
right,
like, like mad or upset at me. It's just him wanting me to put like myself in the best position to win. You know what I'm saying? And like with
right.
like, and even with like you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like upper belts, you know what I'm saying? Like above me, I take like all that as like, you know what I'm saying? Like every little thing, you know what I'm saying? You tell me, Gee tell me, Zach tell me, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And even if it's like something that professor told me, I'm not gonna sit there and tell y'all like, oh, professor told me that already. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never been like my MO. You
And
know?
this is a sport where everyone has different game plans and different experiences.
Right.
And I like for people listening at home, because everyone handles constructive criticism differently. And
That's a true.
me, I don't consider myself a very emotional dude.
Right.
Um, but logically speaking, a lot of times if you have people yelling at you and correcting you, I would say 80 to 90% of the time it's because they see better potential in you.
Point blank.
So if and you got, people like Zach, Professor, I yell at you all the time. I can't help it. When I'm not rolling or I'm going slow, I'm critiquing you because
Right.
you're someone who's really close to me on the mat, but someone that I'd like to take under my wing, even though your big ass won't fit underneath my little wing. But I
You
think it's
and
important to take note that you take criticism very well, but you probably also understand that it comes from someone seeing potential.
yep, exactly. Seeing me not you know what I'm saying, do a certain something enough or as best to my ability. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in the fire, like you don't know how hot the fire is. You just, bitch, I'm in a fire. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about as soon as you step on the mat for competition?
Like yeah, or just like well, yeah. So that's like yeah, like I forgot who I was telling this to. I think I was telling it to Andy. He's another purple belt in our class. But I was telling him uh like my opponent would and maybe you can help me with this too, but I get caught up in like certain like sometimes like my opponent like I'll have good grips and be like doing my thing and then my opponent like picks up the pace and opposed to me like no, like you're in my game. I'll like chase them.
You'll chase them into their own game
Yeah,
and try to beat them, or you'll try to implement your own game and try to beat them.
in that chase. Yeah, I'll try to implement my own game, and then, but I have limitation. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm fresh off the football field. I got hit
Right.
by a car, so it's not like I and when I while as I'm chasing them, I don't think about that, Kevin. You know what I mean?
And
That makes
I
sense.
do I do at some point want to dive into the car accident on here because I think that's very important to share and give a really big perspective on how much and your body is capable of and how much mentality does
Oh yeah,
affect what you are capable of.
that's a true.
But going back to what you were just saying, I think that's an experience thing, and it's also that for those listening, Mike is what 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, I'm 6'6.5".
200 and
Like
what,
yeah, like 250.
and strong as shit. And there's a difference between somebody that size grabbing you and getting 4 points of contact slash grip control,
Right, right,
and somebody who is 5'8", 160 to 170 pounds like me grabbing you and getting 4 points of contact.
right.
Um,
And then you get up on your toes and run circles around me.
so sometimes you get the grip. It just means you're establishing control, and those people have to fucking move
God,
to, because that is their chance.
right. That's their own right. Because it's like, oh, if you get these grips, it's over for me. Okay.
And that's a point of recognition that experience and athleticism can teach.
Yep. 1 million.
So just hours on the mat will kind of get you through all that.
That's what
You've
you
done
every
you've
time.
done a great job as well, tightening up. I yelled at you for a while. Get your hips off the ground. Keep tension when you got your points of contact. You're pulling guard. You're using your feet. You need tension on the body. You don't just put your foot and like just lay it there all lazy like on their hips. You got to actually
Right.
put some tension on the person. Let them know. Um,
Points.
and you've been doing a great job at that. So that's also probably affecting it.
I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate that, and because that's honestly, and as weird as it, and I mean, maybe it might not sound weird to you, but maybe some of the people listening. So like to go back to the constructive criticism, right? So remember how like bro, you told me that like just like we were just having a conversation. You remember? You was like, oh yeah, bro, and by the way, I see, you know what I'm saying? Put some pressure on us. Right, like right? We
And
was
it's
just
all
having a normal
and,
conversation. And then you was just like, oh yeah, bro, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I know people that like, I mean, in my past, you know what I'm saying, football, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They're like a little bit like, oh yeah, hey bro, you broke that post off at 8 yards, bro. You was supposed to run the post at 12. You know what I'm saying? You was supposed to run an extra 4 yards, bro. I ran, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
of
that's not
course.
bringing this up to you for. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing this up to you so on 3rd and 8, you can get us the first down or damn near score and we can win and go home. You know what I'm saying?
What after a competition, especially like the one that you and I were actually at together
Mm-hmm.
last year,
Right.
um, how would you compare how you feel after the competition compared to after like a football game? Are you more tired? Is it more mental? Like that, it's really interesting to me because obviously a football game is three
Oh
hours long,
God, that's a
but
great question.
but a competition is like I don't know. I think you had like 4 minute rounds, but you're working your ass off the whole round. And what is the difference between walking off of a NFL court or NFL court, NFL field, and walking off of a jiu-jitsu mat after competing?
So I think okay, so that's a great question. That's a fucking great question.
That's what I'm here for.
Cause bro, honestly, like
I want to get deep.
I would be thinking about completely different things, and then, bro, because I could be all in the game, block 3 field goals. You know what I'm saying? 6 catches, 105 yards. I'm playing tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a sack and a half. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all this, I'm playing one position. Like, wait, hold on, a tight end's doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So, and we'd
Right.
still lose by like 2 tutties. You know what I'm saying? Or two touchdowns. Those of you who don't know what tutties are, 2 touchdowns would equate to like 14 points, right? So we'd lose by like 14, bro. But I played my fucking ass off, and I got my agent calling. I mean, I don't play football anymore, but I got my agent calling my phone because I was in school because I shouldn't have an agent. But I had whoever was trying to represent me calling my phone, telling me how good I did. You know what I'm saying? Family members and whoever saying they watched the game on TV, hella this, but we lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's all me being me, the whole team aspect. Like that's all I'm worried about, bro. I honestly don't give a bleep how bad I play if
You don't
we
got a censor, bro.
you know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck how bad I play as long as we win. You know what I'm saying? But on the
Right.
mats, bro, it was all mental because it's like it's just you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
dude.
saying? Yeah, you got tired at minute 4? Well, whose fucking fault is that?
And
You know what I'm
it's
saying? Like,
hard to judge how much energy you're gonna use.
yeah, like it's hard. Like what the fuck? And that okay, so that's why. And let me tell you what I'm from because I've only done what 3 tournaments. Yeah, this would be my 4th one. You know what I'm saying? And the last one was the one you was coaching me, right? A little bit because the person who was supposed to be coaching me was in the fucking tournament too. You know, we all just roll. We all just
Dude,
roll.
we all had to go at the same time. How the
We
fuck does our whole school, all different weights and
like
belts, all end up on the mats at the
just roll
same
at the
damn time?
same time. So
Delaney coached me.
that's what
I
I'm saying.
looked,
Bro, you don't remember you was holding your daughter, screaming, keep going, Mike, keep go, roll, go. Okay,
drop a
guys,
leg and
do
roll, Mike.
do it again. Now do it again. And I'm like, fuck. But you know what I'm saying? So I think for me, cause like, bro, I have high blood pressure, right? So I go to and so I'm like, damn, why my blood pressure so high? You know what I'm saying? I asked my doctor, these nurses, like, what the fuck? Like, what's the matter? They're like, Mike, are you in pain? I'm like, yeah, but my blood pressure, like, what? They're like, Mike, your body is in pain. They're like, that's why your blood pressure's so high. It's like, it's not like, they're like, your feet still hurt, right? Your ankles and things still hurt, right? And your leg and your knee. I'm like, yeah, but why is my, they're like, that's why, Mike, like, you can't. I'm like, they're like, Mike, your brain cut. They're like, your brain cut off those sensors, Mike. Your body still hurts. Like, you gotta. This is what the doctor's telling me now. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so like, right, like you can't do certain things. I'm like, but I can though. I can do everything. I just gotta do it different. But
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain positions will take me a little extra longer just cause the lack of mobility or shit. But you know me upstairs, right? In my head, you know that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's like what I want. That's what
Such a great feeling, dude, when you gotta fight your ass off that
you
hard.
know what I'm saying? That
And
hard.
normal people don't know that realm.
Like what the fuck?
Like
Like I
that
wanted to
hot,
like
sweaty,
you know what I'm
this
saying?
fucking sucks.
Like what
But
the fuck? I can't quit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like once and it's like for me, bro, once I get past if I okay, so say all that, right? I'm trying to go up against number one dude. I believe in my heart and soul, I'll give the number one guy a blue belt a run for a run. You know what I'm saying? But I won't I you better believe, bro. And this is just me. You know what I'm saying? You better believe, bro. If they put me with a blue belt, 4 stripes, whatever, okay, whatever, bro. You better believe we walk off that mat, bro. You
you
better
have the
believe
best opportunity.
he ain't gonna never forget me.
You know, you have
You
the
know
best
what I'm
opportunity right now because you're brand new to blue, so you don't really have a lot to prove. You're expected to lose.
saying? Right.
So this is nothing but like a great confidence booster.
That's it. Now, ass. And then if anyone, cause bro, I want people. Why he can't? And y'all and be like, well, what? And then y'all be like, oh, he got hit by a 92-mile-an-hour car as I'm getting my fucking hand raised.
You know what? Why don't we get into that? Look, that way, this can set the tone for the rest. And I don't know if you are in a spot in your house where you're kind of like cutting out, because every now and then I'm getting like the robot noise.
Oh shit!
But just something to be aware of. I don't know if you're like, I could see you right now just walking around the house, throwing your hands up, getting all hype. I know you, so I don't know if you're traveling to like the rough side of the house, you know. Um, but yeah, let's get into the car accident. So everyone listening, um, the gist of it is, you know, Mike isn't necessarily in a normal condition, like a normal state. He got hit by a car going 90 miles an hour, right? That's how fast?
Yeah.
And went flying. I mean, I'll let you share it. Just he survived that, which not everybody would, which is an amazing story in itself. And to fresh out the hospital, walk into a jiu-jitsu gym shows that he's a crazy motherfucker, but tough as shit. You know what I mean? And he could have easily sat on the couch, stayed on drugs, you
Right.
know, the whole whatever. But you know, he wanted to be active, and I think it's you know, a lot of times I think it's probably the best thing for you. Could even be life saving because you know we all know about how them painkillers and all that kind of shit affect people over time, and the
True.
fact that you choose to do something that most doctors will tell you not to do,
Yeah.
and you show up and do this, and you're probably feeling better than you would if you went to physical therapy and took painkillers, you know.
1
But
million, 1 million, 1 million fucking percent.
but anyway, go ahead and explain what you're comfortable with explaining about the car accident and your recovery. And
I was hit by one of them new Hondas. It was a little mid-sized car. It was a vehicle.
he still has the emblem
Yeah,
implanted in his
right,
chest.
right. Tramp
I'm
stamp.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
Honda.
I'm kidding. You should get that tatted, like,
Right,
or like a brick wall or something. You know what I mean?
right,
Like right where you got hit, just like
right
brick.
there. Fucking street lines up my back.
Yeah. Oh man.
Uh-oh. No, so I got hit by a car at 90, yeah. They said like 80, 88, between 88 and 92 miles an hour. I I was on the highway. I got rear-ended. I got out. So we was heading northbound, so we pulled over on the left-hand side, you know, the short side of the street, like by the median and shit, and got smacked. I made sure he was okay. He rear-ended me. I got out, and he was in a expedition, not an expedition, but a Tahoe, I believe it was, and he just told me his wife was in labor or something. He was a truck driver, and he like fell asleep at the wheel, and you know what I'm saying, me being me, I just made sure he was straight because he smashed my whole trunk. My jet car seat was in the front seat. Like, I was pissed, but then he said his wife was in labor, and he even had to like FaceTime on the phone if I remember correctly. I
Playing the heartstrings.
right, so I'm like, man, fuck, like I can't be mad. So all I remember, bro, was like using his, because it was like 5, 6 in the morning. So okay, it's 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? This is when I like hung up my cleats, came back from Canada. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm like 258. I had lost a good 5 pounds. They told me 265 was the cutoff for the UFC heavyweight division. I was trying to shoot and make fucking UFC win the heavyweight championship belt right quick, get some bread, get featured in the movie or two. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about with Jeff Bailey and shit. You know what I'm saying? Swear to God. He say, Mike, he say, man, do all that weaving and shit. Don't get hit in the face, man. He say, you smile too pretty. Swear to God, Kevin. Swear to God. He said, man, that's when I guess like Entourage was big and shit. He's like, man, you can be like Ronda Rousey, boy. Feel me? Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got me big eyed and shit. So I'm who? Long shot's the best shot. That's what my daddy always told me. So what I'm doing, training.
Love it.
Right. Training. And I was going to meet one of my striking trainers in Gainesville and shit. And you know, that's why I went to school for a little bit. So I still had some homies up there. Feel me? And I was trying to just go kick it with them. You know what I'm saying? Till he showed up, my boxing coach or whatever, or one of my MMA coaches, and 5 a.m. And my mom was like, I'll never forget, boy. My mom was like, Mike, you sure you don't want to wait? Like she was like, why you leaving this early? Like I told you, I'm just trying to get a jump start on everybody.
You got no patience.
Like at all. Like I'm trying to take, like they say, like what Kobe say, man. Yeah, you got to be obsessed with chasing greatness and knowing that you will never catch it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like
That's hugely relevant in jiu-jitsu
it's the
because
truth, man.
everyone thinks the black belt is like the golden grail and all of a sudden you know everything or whatever. I don't know. Like that is like the perspective until you realize that like the game just is always going.
It's just always, bro,
You you
and
don't
that's
realize
like,
you fell in love with the game day one. Like
bro, day one, bro. And it's crazy because it's like the longer I'm like I'm chilling, because you know what I'm saying. I'll die here, dude. Like I love you guys. I love Jit so much, bro. I'm straight. Like I'm raising my kid. Like I'm straight, you know. But like I see, like as time progresses, bro. Like certain uh people, groups, whatever, however you want to put it, it's like a status thing, bro.
right.
Like why do you like why is it because of the dollar, or why do you think like what
I mean,
what?
why do people grow apart or like get caught up in the bullshit?
Right, right.
Um, I think you're right, man. I think people hold on to status. And I think a lot of ways people are not, I don't want to say groomed, but a lot of people just keep certain goals in mind. But I don't really think a lot of people chase happiness, Mike. I think a lot of people chase stuff, but they don't chase happiness.
Like the
And
material, man.
and jiu-jitsu seems to be to me an area for broken toys. And I mean, what you're saying is great. I uh, like it keeps you like wanting more. It really keeps you like so focused forward that like you never really notice how far you are moving, you know?
That's the truth, bro. Like when you think
And
about like the last tournament you were in, or the last time you were able to showcase, you know what I'm saying? Like
who me?
no, I'm saying
Oh,
like in general, like when
right.
you think, or me, like
I
when I think about it, bro, like that was my last tournament in the new breed. Bruh,
right.
I feel like I'll snap every bone in that guy's body right now.
Yeah, and dude, tournaments, one thing that I love about tournaments, and I'm getting this huge benefit right now because you know me, I'm like injured, I'm kind of taking it slow.
Right.
I'm not my normal and it's bugging the shit out of me, but we can get into that later. But um like I'm not in my normal savage die on the mat mode right now. I'm trying to play it safe, I'm trying to play it smart, I'm trying to preserve it because I am injured and I'm trying to slowly work back. But um, I'm still getting a huge benefit, not only because when you compete, everyone, you get better. Like, for some reason, it's just a fucking way to level up, win or lose. And
Hmm.
I'm glad you're on here, and this is another reason why I thought it was perfect timing. I do want to get back into your recovery, but since we're on this break, you the competing aspect is great because when we were talking about this before, I hear you, and it's very, very common, and I think it's just a learning thing. But you want to win, and you're so focused on winning. But what happens is you don't realize that no matter what, it's a win
Right.
because if you show up and do it and you win, then you won. But if you show up and do it and lose, well, then you got shit to study and shit to work on. And there's
Exactly.
nothing like the focus you get from that little bit of humiliation of showing up and doing it. And, to share with you, I went for my first jiu-jitsu tournament because for the people listening who don't know me, I competed in several other martial arts before jiu-jitsu.
Fucking
But,
savage.
but, but when I went to my first jiu-jitsu tournament, I went with Professor Zach Allen, and Zach Allen is like another one of my brothers to me on the mat. And it was state. It was state to Miami, IBJJF. So it was like a pretty big tournament to just start competing at.
Okay.
Again, I was like you. I was like a newer blue belt. Haven't had my blue belt very long. No stripes, nothing.
Right.
Um, Showed up, and all you're thinking is, God, I want to look good for the gym. I want people to think I'm good. I want to be a savage. Like I but you're so nervous, you're like burning yourself out before you even step on the fucking mat.
That's
But the training and the preparation to get there, mixed with the humiliation from the loss and the training that you are going to put yourself through after that, it's a level up, man. And so it's not really there's no way to lose.
right.
And I got one of the only compliments I think I've gotten out of Rodrigo, which is our professor. Um, I think that was one of the only compliments I got from him, was he was like, for not competing, you did very well. And he saw me super upset with myself the whole rest of the night because we had to drive back from Miami, and he just kept telling me I did very well. And mentally, I'm like, how do I beat this? And that's my formula, is that I had shit to work on, and there's nothing like the motivation you get from that. And
Right.
now I'm not even competing, to come around full circle. I'm not even competing, but because you guys are, and I'm showing up and I'm helping and I'm watching and I'm trying to coach
Right.
and pay attention to your guys' mistakes, where anyone is welcome on the mat to point out my mistakes, or at least even give me something to
Yep.
keep in mind. I think I can learn something from anyone on the mat. Um, but just being like that gets my brain going, and I'm getting better. And
Yes.
I'm noticing the competitors. Like today, I rolled with Andy, purple belt you've mentioned before,
Hmm. Hmm.
and his game is way more solid than I've felt in a while. And not even downplaying his game. I'm just saying it. The focus he has on creating his game versus me taking the responsibility of keeping him moving and getting him ready and trying to figure out what
Hmm.
he's doing.
Yeah.
It's boosting me as well. So,
Exactly, and I feel like that's not for any, sorry to cut you off, but
oh
that's
no, no, I went on long enough.
that's the football, like that's the team, like that's the, bro, no homo, but that's the shit that to get my fucking dick hard, bro. Bro, that's the shit that turns me up, bro. Like, I swear to God, like that shit will make me like finish the fucking match with a broken fucking leg. Like, you got me fucked up. You know
Dude,
what I'm
I'd be
saying?
thinking like I'm a Viking when I'm on the fucking mat sometimes, bro. Like, people
Swear
be
to God.
squeezing my shit, and the only thing that pops up in my head is like, if I don't tap, I can't roll.
Right.
It's like it's not like I can't take the pain, or like I wouldn't if it was like on the streets. It's like, if I don't tap, I might be out for 2 weeks. But sometimes, bro, I put myself in that mindset like I'm on a fucking battlefield and I'm about to like take over Valhalla or some shit like that. But that's the shit I'm telling you. You can't explain that to people.
Like
You know what I
what?
mean?
Like,
You can't explain that feeling and that portal your brain
oh my
travels to while
god.
you're like doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, like people really like the most like Eric Muni, the guy that came and talked
Oh
to
yeah,
us,
Eunice,
like
dude.
Canada,
What
the last
what
guy,
a fucking underrated savage, bro.
bro.
One of the people I've seen in real life, like that just made me realize there's another fucking level of
Yeah.
human being out there,
Oh my
dude.
god. Oh my god. Like you hit that shit on the head, bro. Bro.
I'm like, there's another like Ultra Instinct ain't it, bro?
And he like and he young, right? And he is legit, bro.
I know, and that's the other thing is how young he is.
Bro. The one dude, one of the blue belts from us, I forgot his name, man. But he go to the nights. He was like, man, he was like, oh, he saw I just remember nicknames. Baby Shark. He was going against Baby Shark,
Oh
and
yeah.
he had him in, I guess, like a deep ankle lock. And one of the blue belts at the seminar was like, he was like, damn man, he looked like he was going to break it or whatever. He was like, what were you thinking? Like, how was you, bro? Hey, and he answered because he don't understand English, so he like answered. I guess Guy or professor asked him. And then he like answered back. He was like, "Oh nah, he was just gonna have to break that bitch." He was like, "Oh nah, I was ready for." He was like, "Nah." He was like shaking his head. "Oh no, I was ready for him to break it." He was like, "I wasn't tapping." I was like, "Yo,
I thought Professor was gonna break my ankle the other day.
really?"
Yeah, I think it was last Friday, dude. We were rolling and I tapped, but he was like, I tapped because it was tight, but it was as he was sitting back with the ankle lock. So he like finished sitting back and it just went like three times tighter and I felt like one of those little like releases in my leg. And I was like, oh no, this is the ankle. Like I thought, how like you go numb when you first get injured?
Oh my god, yeah.
I was waiting for the pain to set in. Like I tapped, and then I couldn't like put my foot flat on the ground for a second. And Professor looked, he's like, "Oh no, did it?" He was like, kind of concerned. And I said, "No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good." But I was like secretly deep down, like, "Fuck, I think the pain's gonna set in any second now." Like, and luckily somehow, like, I don't know, somehow he had it so tight that I was like, "Oh fuck, here it is." I don't know if you've been through any of them situations yet on the map, but dude, they're scary.
Oh yeah. What,
Um,
bro? It happens to me all the time. I just try to like. I mean,
it's better to tap, man.
yeah. Oh
I
no, I
know
mean like
it's
not
hard
from.
to say that. It's hard to understand that when you're
Ooh,
brand new and you got shit to prove.
I
But
know that's right.
I think I'm hitting the mature phases of like, yo, it's okay to tap.
Ooh.
It's
Bro,
not okay to tap twice.
I remember I was first when I first came as a white belt, crippled and all. Man? I was trying to do that pressure pass shit to Andy. Man, Man, he flip, armbar, flip, neon belly, armbar, neon belly, switch, armbar, armbar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lasso, like lasso armbar. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you is not finna just come all up. You know what I'm saying? You gonna tap,
Yeah.
dude. You gonna tap, dude. Like. Like,
I be showing people mercy sometimes because I know they're not planning on tapping,
right,
and I'm just like holding it tight but not cranking it anymore, like, and just look at them in the face, like, I got it right.
right, right,
I mean, just because I don't want to be that person hurting the team.
right,
I
right.
as much as like
I
as
feel
much
like
as I
as
look out for
time,
myself, I want to look out for a team.
that's the truth. I feel like as time go on, you come to understand and like learn. You know what I'm saying? But
It's not you
like, cause I
versus
feel
me.
like I know for me as a white belt, it was never no ego thing. I was always trying to like fit in, like showed I belong. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm a like in the gi, you won't have to put me to sleep, but you not finna just, you know what I'm saying, just hold
Yeah.
the position on me like I'm just a scrub. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Or like you better like, cause you know what I'm saying, not for anything. I'ma always fight to get out of like a submission. You know what I'm saying? To give a good look. You know what I'm saying? Cause before anything, I feel like it's up to like your teammate to give a good look to you. You know what I'm saying? So like anybody
Right.
I roll with, I try to like think of them first. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Like
I can
like,
understand.
like I don't know, because well, for one, I'm 6'6", 250. You know what I'm saying? And like two, a lot of you guys are upper belts, and I feel like it's still, regardless of wherever you at in the world, it's still Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? So like regardless, you got to pay that respect. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. That's just me as an athlete. Like you know what
Right.
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like coming from football, that's America's favorite sport, right? Or America, right? That I ain't even finna
depending
talk, feel me?
depending on who's
But
playing.
right. Played that shit 20, 25. Well, how old am I? 31. I played that shit for exactly 27 years of my life.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like the last four have been dedicated to nothing but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, the first two were probably me as a mixed martial artist. But the last,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? The rest is Brazilian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, from what I
man.
understand, and ain't nobody correcting that, you know what I'm saying? People are just taking away from it, which is, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's like Bruce Lee. All right, cool. You feel me? But
Hell of a guy.
I'm a 31-year-old African American male. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always give respect where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if a bitch look at me, the 60-year-old woman look at me and be like, "Hey, baby, you don't gotta say ma'am. I'ma still say yes, ma'am, because that's just how I was brought up." You know what I'm saying? Like my daddy,
You got morals.
like, and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking to a man of principle himself.
Woo!
Hey,
Woo, woo.
let's circle back. We didn't finish the car accident.
Oh shit.
So you got hit in the 80s, about 80 miles an hour. You're heading to MMA. You were focused on, making it to the UFC,
The little UFC, yeah.
training that way. Couple of things. So you got hit. You got out of the car to check on. You were outside of your car looking at the
Yeah, I,
damage.
I remember going to Buddy window. That's when he was crying. His wife was on like FaceTime at the hot, like inlet,
And then
saying
some
she was
chick
in
just
labor.
like
Feel me?
sideswiped you.
So I guess he fell asleep and then was hitting the gas and then ran up on me. Feel me? Cause he
Oh
ran it.
shit.
Cause he, I remember, I'll never forget. I remember you like ran up on me earlier. Feel me? And I'm like, damn. Like I like got away. I remember speeding away, getting away, right?
Hmm.
Getting back in the middle lane, like chilling. And then I'm like, damn. I look in the rearview. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker riding up on me again. And then as soon as I like look down, like back on the street, he like smashed me. So, you know what I'm saying? Pull over, talking to him. He's straight. So all I remember is like using his headlights, bro, to go take pictures of my car. And it was drizzling a little bit too, bro. So it's like raining, all bad. So, and I
Oh,
remember
bad.
like going to the back of my car and like I had my little Motorola, my little Metro shit. I remember being like, damn. And then I remember being like, damn, like as I'm putting my like phone up to take the pictures, I'm being like, damn. And then like my eyes fluttering, like up at like bright lights. I was in the back of the ambulance, but I didn't know that at the time. So I'm like, I guess I was in shock. I'm like freaking out, going crazy. You know, they trying to hook me up to shit. you know what I'm saying, IVs and all that shit, oxygen, whatever. Bro, all I remember is like thinking they was trying to kidnap me or some shit. So I'll never forget this, bro. I'm like pushing them, like off, trying to push them like off of me, bro. And they said I kept trying to like turn on my stomach and shit, cause you got to think my liver was,
Oh,
yeah. So I woke up in the back of the ambulance. That's when I got hit at 90 or 80, whatever. Liver, my liver was tore my liver, tore my colon, bro. Both legs were shattered. The side of my face, my whole jaw was broke off my face. Uh, my whole right arm was broken. Uh,
pain, bro, pain.
and I was bleeding everywhere. So they ain't know where I was where to stop the bleeding first, because I was bleeding internally. You know what I'm saying? Like my stomach all ripped open and shit. And my leg is out my leg, like my bone is sticking out my leg, the one I got the rod in. So it's like, I have a 16-inch rod in my left leg. Yeah, everybody. But
I felt it.
but
I
I
felt
all right,
it.
as I'm here banging on it. So I'm like, yeah. So I guess so I'm bleeding everywhere, all in the back of the ambulance and shit. Uh, but uh, but apparently that was after like you know what I'm saying, maybe a TV show or whatever. Me being on the floor, you know what I'm saying, waiting on.
Waiting on him.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get too deep into this shit, but
And how long were you in the hospital?
honestly, I said on that Instagram shit like 7.5, but I went to they made a charity bed for me, and I have went to like another like hospital charity place for a while. So I technically being like, before I like moved back with my mama, feel me? I was like 7.5, 8.5 months, bro. And then I couldn't walk and then I couldn't walk for 2 years. So I've only been walking these last 2 years for real. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm
Think about that, people. Think
like,
about this.
so since 2021, I've been walking. So
And now
since
he's doing jujitsu.
the second day I walked, I went to the supremacy. I went to 8888 Olmerton fucking road.
Plug.
Like what?
Plug it.
First pass free. First pass free.
Take, use promo code McFarland at the
Hey,
door.
straight up. Hey, promo code believe it.
Believe it.
Hey, straight up. Hey.
But all right, so yeah, and you've had a lot, and you're gonna be on. We're gonna talk about this shit a lot, and throughout episodes and stuff. One of the most amazing things is th- this man's toes were curled
Oh,
because
yeah, that's
you were
right.
going into rigor mortis, right? So
Yeah, yep.
he
Oh
had
yeah,
to have his
I was
toes.
in a coma. I was in a coma for 2 months. I was in a coma for 2 months. Everything's curling up. All 10 of my toes was curling up.
And you had to have your toes re-broken to straighten them out and rods put in them.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't ignore this, Mike. Going through all this, but
bro,
do
Kevin,
you
bro,
think do you think you can teach the mentality to get through such a thing?
um,
On the long dark road that you made it through, do you sit there and think, like, do you ever wonder how you've gotten through your hard times, or
bro,
how you've gotten through this, or what made you do it? Or do you think that it can be taught even? It's a two-part question.
like, so as a 31-year-old father, excuse me, as a 31-year-old African American man, that's a father. Like, I can answer those questions I can answer those questions like one at a time, like for you individually, right? Like I know what it takes. Like I know yes to all those questions, right? Like I believe I can, but I believe I can teach the mentality, but it's like, bro, it's the will. You know what I'm saying? That's what it has to start with. It's like, well, why do you want to do something? You
Right.
know, it's like that's what it is. It's like, well, why do you want to get off the couch? It's like, well, oh, I'm lonely, or oh, my wife took everything from me and took my kids, and it's like, okay, is it so that's your reasoning for you know what I'm saying? Like it's always cause and effect, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like I'm like, like I'm trying to get custody of my child, you know? And I can
There's
simply right, but I can simply tell you the only reason I don't have custody of my is because I was unfaithful, and I'm the only one that can deal with that. And granted, that was years ago. It's cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. And all I can do is look that in the mirror, look at that, look at the thing that I as an individual did and choose. It's always a choice as well. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, it's what like bro, we have a professor who's been doing this as long as people have been alive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really believe he gonna tell you the wrong thing to do? So
right.
it's like, okay, well, if you okay, you knew it, you knew what to do, so it's like, do it, you know?
What?
And you know what I'm saying? So and that's why I'm like, well, opposed to me complaining about pain, complaining about, you know what I'm saying, this hurts, that hurts. Why don't I go for a swim? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Boom, dude.
why don't
That's
I
it.
why don't I take my dog for a walk? Like,
The optimism, dude. The optimism. Like, and one of the things that makes me interested in this is I've also had mentally dark areas and dark times that I've had to deal with. I've seen a lot of shit that you know I keep with me. Only certain people know about, and it it's just the some people make it through and some people don't. And I've honestly had these conversations with myself, and we've never talked about this, by the way, folks, but like I get the vibe that you have probably been in the same uh, mental corner as I have in several ways, maybe even probably even worse. But I've had the honest conversations with myself about like, what is this about and what is this worth and why do I care? And about life, goals, like just deep depression and it's just even some people don't make it out of that.
right.
And that's why I wonder a lot, like is it how you're raised? Is it just who is it for some people really just unbeatable? Or is it just like what is mental toughness? You know what I mean?
So I believe mental toughness is
I'm asking you the hard questions, bro.
the hard. These are fucking great questions though. So my definition of mental toughness would be like how much a person could withstand distraction. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, in crunch time. You know what I'm saying? Like against the pressure.
When
You
you
know,
apply
not
that
not when
pressure.
like not when like you by yourself, or you know what I'm saying, or when no one's looking. It's like I believe like I believe honestly it's both. You know what I'm saying? You can't like fake it. You know what I'm saying? For one, like I
No,
feel like that's a code like you as an individual have to live by. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's what's great about our sport is you can't really like show up and fake it.
right,
You can't just show up and be a fake black belt. Like you'll be exposed.
right, every time, every time.
I appreciate you said that.
Oh man, because you see it, you know, and it's like I because I'm the type that's not confrontational, yo. You know what I'm saying? So opposed to calling a motherfucker out for something, I would just not say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Then they'd be like, "Well, Mike, well, why?" I'd be like, "Well, bro, you did that sucker shit, remember?" But that's just what. Oh, okay, well, like just
Yeah,
because,
you did that sucker shit.
like it's like, because it's like, bro, I'm like, because I'm not one to be like, I hear what you got to say. Like, I'm not the one to be like, well, you said that the other day. You know what I'm saying? Well, you didn't do what you said. Like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, who, bro? You's a grown man, woman, female, dog, cat, whatever you want to be considered. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you choose to live. My dad always told me, man, Mike, quit following them. Mike, lead by example. Well, Mike, you can't lead by example on the field and not want to off the field.
That's true though.
Like, he's like, Mike, life don't work like that, Mike. Like, you want kids, right, one day, right? Life don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's the truth. It's the truth,
I
And at the same time, like, that's why I just choose. Well, I came across Naruto at a young age, and and then the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, for one, I love Naruto just about more than anything other than my daughter in jiu-jitsu. Okay, yeah. So it's Nikayla, jiu-jitsu, and then and then Naruto.
priorities, dude. Depending on the
Nikayla,
day,
jiu-jitsu, and
depending
then
on what day
Naruto.
it is. Until the new episode drop, then it
Right,
might
right.
be. Wait for the new Naruto video game, then we'll
Hey,
see.
hey,
You
you
might
feel me?
you're going to your mom's this weekend.
Hey, for real. I'm
Love you,
trying to
sweetheart.
tell you.
Love you, sweetie.
No, for real. Hey.
Go on and go and be a good girl and go play with your iPad.
For
But
real.
yeah.
For real. Shh, 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 shh.
Oh man, good shit. Yeah, that man, and I do want to thank you for sharing a lot of this, and I can tell you guys, I've known Mike for fuck, I don't even know how long I've known you, dude. It feels like I've known him my whole life, but
Yeah, bro.
we clicked instantly, and there is a lot more to this man than we have even scratched the surface on today. But I still figured like what better person to start this with than someone who doesn't even realize they've motivated me, and probably doesn't even think they're in a position to do so. But being just because you're a white belt, blue belt, or you show up to the gym and people kick your ass, doesn't mean uh, I mean you're not important or you don't play a important role,
That's
and
real.
you're not a part of the family. So,
That's
and
true.
for y'all beginners out there, y'all noobs, or even people who are beginning coaching or whatever the fuck it is. It's I just want that would be a huge lesson I've learned from this dude, one of many. And I mean, I got a couple other questions we could fast round off to if you want. If
Shit, I'm chilling, yeah.
I want to kind of break, I want to kind of keep these episodes around an hour, and we're already there. But like
Oh, yeah. I got
maybe
much
a
time.
couple. I'll give you few questions just to pick your brain, and we'll do like some quick answer rounds. But first one is we've already covered the competition coming up and what your current mindset is. Uh, do you have a strategy?
Going into the competition,
Yeah, do you have a strategy or are you just flowing?
pull guard.
Full guard?
Yep.
Do you and what do you want to get out of it?
Arm bar or triangle.
But I mean, like, what about the tournament itself? I do like that idea though.
Gold.
Gold. All right, that's what I like. Um, I've already covered. Do you think you could teach mental toughness? Um,
Did I answer that? I'm sorry. I like spiraled
I think
off.
you
I've been
said. I think you said yes. I think you said. I think you said yes. But what do you think? Yes or no? Do you think you could teach it?
You can. I mean, you can put. Uh,
You can just be the tools.
yeah. You can like warn. You can warn. I feel like you can like. Nah, I feel like warn's just too stern of a word, man, to like use. Uh, I mean, motivate. I mean, you should already be motivated. I mean,
Well, some people give up before others.
that's
Is
yeah.
that
It's the
could you
will. It's
teach
the
could you
will.
teach them people to be tougher, or is that just all they got?
You have. I feel like you have to tell people to tap into their will, their will.
And
They're
then it's
like,
all up to them.
and then it's all up to them. Like the will. Okay. Well, you ask somebody like, okay, well, what would you do in this situation? Well, I'd go. Well, I'd go. You know what I'm saying? Go crying to my mom. Okay. What if it's your mom that needs saving? You know what I'm saying? Like now, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh,
Right.
well, right. It's like, well, the ball's in your court. It's just
Creating that
okay,
motivation.
right. And it's like, okay, well, it's like so when we were young, the oldest metaphor in the book. Hell, we touched that hot stove. Look at your. I remember looking at my daddy, him nodding his head. Yeah, yeah. I bet your ass won't do that again. And I ain't
That's
never
right.
do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like ironing my first shirt. I mean, I don't know about you, but I remember like burning myself the first time or two, first couple times, first year, you know. But
Right.
I eventually like stopped nicking my arm, my leg. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But so it's like
But some people want to touch that hot stove twice, Mike.
yeah. So it's like does it take someone that they respect to tell them not to do it again, or and that's the will. It's like, is your will stronger than your urge to touch the stove again? Ah,
Hey,
yeah.
what a metaphor. In lieu of you competing again and that coming up, um, and the things you've been through,
Hmm.
and still being a competitor, what would your advice slash last words for this episode be to anyone else or anyone going through a hard time? What would your advice be in life, being someone who's been knocked down very hard and bounced back?
So you can never give up. You can never give up, man. No matter how deep and dark like the rabbit hole will get, man, you can never give up. Simply because there's it, and even when people think that they don't have an impact on someone else's life, and that's what and that's what I feel like we as a people, we don't give ourselves like enough credit when it comes to that. It's like, okay, yeah, the government puts things in play, man. We are a people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of, I mean, yeah, I get people, bro. Whenever I'm alone, or I mean, I'm alone most of the time, right? Or a lot, all the time, really. I mean, whenever I'm not with my kid and stuff. But I got a dog, you know. But whenever I feel alone, I'll be with my dog, bro. And you'll text me. You know what I'm saying? Zach will send me a Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? Like Elbin to send me, you know what I'm saying, some tacos, some fire ass tacos picture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
bro,
motherfucker.
right, like Seth will send me a fucking meme. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's bro, and that's the universe. Like, I believe my higher power, the greater power that I like look up to. You know what I'm saying? My God. You know what I'm saying? Telling me, bro, it's people in this world that cares about you. You know what I'm saying? That it's gonna always own, bro. Which is not a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Simply because of bro, like it's one thing. My dad always told, bro, you ain't got no friends, boy. You gonna eventually have to put yourself out there. You eventually gonna have to break out of whatever cool shell you think you got going on. And I honestly believe the whole piss test ego football thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Yes,
like
sir.
be yourself, bro. Even though I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always dancing as Mike, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, like, bro, you don't gotta, regardless of who walk in the room, bro. Like you can always be yourself, bro. It ain't against the law to be that handsome little black man you is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Oh, thanks, bro.
you feel me? Hey, yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
so I'm
Hey, that
like,
was
bro, but and obviously it took me what 30 years, 28 years, you know what I'm saying? It's me not playing football, me getting a second chance at life, you know what I'm saying? But maybe that's that midlife crisis that, you know what I'm saying, we all
right.
go through. Regardless, bro, we gonna go through something, bro. If you listening to this and you ain't never been through what we call adversity, let me tell you, think of your worst enemy. That's a million times worse than whoever you think
Mhm.
that is, right? Yeah. So regardless, one day you're gonna go through it and you're gonna be like, fuck, am I gonna fold? You're gonna have the option. It's going to
Mm,
be your decision. You can actively choose to fold. This is my terminology now. Folding. Like when you fold something, you're making it significantly smaller, right?
yeah.
Fold. I mean, my dad always my dad would look at me, oh, you folded. You ain't run him over, oh, you folded. No, I shook him. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about since legit. Like we used to box. Yeah, stand there, don't fold. Fold. You know what I'm saying? Like I like one. I've always wanted to pride myself on never folding and like what you called me earlier, which I appreciate. Just being a stand up a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like stand up for what you believe in, bro. Like
Also, when you're being yourself, bro, you're being an alpha male. You're not being a little beta male bullshit. Like
that's real.
you're being a true alpha and stand for what you believe in and what you are, and you know, not piggybacking or being a follower, which
I mean,
is
yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you
we need followers in this world. But I'm
right,
just saying.
right. I mean, it's one thing if you believe in what you believe in, right? But all that following shit, I mean, I'm not finna not do something just because someone else is not doing it. Nah,
Right.
man. Like I'm obsessed with this shit, and I let that. Yeah, and
I
for the rest of my life, y'all. This sport, you guys, y'all, the family that I'm with now, you guys are stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. And that's
you do
just how it
text
is. Like
you do
that's
text me that a lot, and there's not even a shadow of doubt in your mind when you say I could tell you fucking mean it. Um, I'm I'm very thankful that you did this. I'm thankful that you ran it again, even though we've already recorded one, and for some reason I can't fucking figure it out. So this is episode one again. This is my first time again. Um, but you Damn, I lost my train of thought. See, it happens.
Oh, you was just
Right.
thanking me. You feel
I
me?
was just, I was. No, thanks for doing this, bro. And I hope that I have the opportunity to motivate or help someone out as
Same.
much as you have motivated and helped me slash other people out, man.
Man, I
I
appreciate
hope I have the honor of that at least someday to be someone that people look up to or pushes people, and if not, at least I'll have people on this show that can help do that
that's
if I
real.
can't.
I
And
appreciate that, bro.
anyway, and before we sign off, who is your most motivating friend that gives you the most motivation on the mats?
On the mats, I mean, how you put me in the position?
I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to set you up.
I'm about to say, bro, all I see in my head is everybody staring at me with with these crazy. Who even?
I thought I could
No,
get the jump. I thought I could get the jump on it before everyone else.
bro. Look, I was thinking about it now, and I'm like, wait. I'm like, damn, boy.
I can only, yeah, I can make one person happy, and the rest are going to be pissed.
Right. And then that one, you never see that one person ever again.
Well, all right, bro. Look, we're definitely gonna do this again. And we'll probably be on each other's podcast back and forth. We're gonna cross promote and just kind of be continuous guests. So thanks for
That's
listening.
you.
Thanks for being on it, Mike.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Time to get to work, and let's get you through this fucking tournament.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hell yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Peace.
See you. Thank you, man. See you.
I think the podcast is fucking sick. If you're listening to it and you're like, I don't know if I want to listen to the next episode of this podcast, you're probably a bitch ass. You need to listen to the next episode of this podcast and keep listening to it. Because my friends down here are trying to make shit happen. And we're going to make some shit happen.